everyone, welcome to this update video. We're going to be talking about what is going on across the North Atlantic basin. So we've got Hurricane Ernesto, which is going to be bringing its impacts to Bermuda. Hurricane impacts as we're going to be heading into the weekend, and there is a hurricane warning that is in effect. And then aside from Ernesto, there are 3 tropical waves moving across the Atlantic basin that we want to take a look at as well. So we're going to kickstart things with Ernesto though. Here we are looking at the latest cone forecast from the National Hurricane Center as of 5 a.m. this morning. As we can see that Ernesto is sustaining winds up to 100 miles per hour. So it is a Category 2 hurricane and it has the potential to strengthen a bit more. However, because of the increase in unfavorable conditions such as the dry air, that is allowing it to struggle a bit out there, and as a result, it's no longer expected to become a major hurricane, which is really great. But nonetheless, those dangerous impacts will be unleashed in Bermuda as we head into late tonight and going into tomorrow and throughout much of tomorrow, really. And then as we're going to be heading into the new week, it's going to start to make its way further up to the northeast and moving out. Eventually, by Tuesday, going to Wednesday of next week, it should become a post-tropical cyclone and lose its tropical cyclone characteristics. But as of right now, it is accelerating to the north-northeast at 13 miles per hour, not moving very quickly. So those impacts, as I said, they're going to be kickstarting in Bermuda. And looking at the key messages from the National Hurricane Center, here we can see, number 1, Ernesto is expected to bring a prolonged period of strong winds and storm surge on Bermuda starting this afternoon through Saturday night. A hurricane warning is in effect for the island, and preparations to protect life and property should be rushed to completion. Heavy rainfall associated with Ernesto is expected to impact Bermuda through this weekend and will likely result in considerable life-threatening flash flooding. Even though Ernesto is forecast to remain well offshore the U.S. East Coast, swells generated by the hurricane are expected to affect the area through the weekend. Beachgoers should be aware of a significant risk of life-threatening surf and rip currents and stay out of the water if advised by lifeguards. Surf and rip currents are also possible on the Turks and Caicos, the Bahamas, Bermuda, and Atlantic Canada during the next few days. So you can see here that even though the main hurricane itself is going to be making a very close approach to Bermuda, impacts are going to be for other areas, especially in terms of these seas, those high seas, the threat of those rip currents as well. So guys, please listen to your local officials and do not take any unnecessary risks. So again, Bermuda is going to be experiencing those very dangerous impacts as Ernesto approaches starting later today. Now, let's head to the vicinity of the Caribbean, and we can see here on the satellite imagery that there is a few showers and thunderstorms across some areas, and then we've got some convection moving in associated with a tropical wave. So there's a tropical wave approaching the Lesser Antilles. That's the first of the 3 marked out there, and it is likely to result in that rainfall increase across the Lesser Antilles. And we'll look at the rainfall forecast map in a moment. But the other 2 tropical waves out there, one is not too far from northeast South America, the other is a bit closer to the African coast. Now, none of these is marked for development during the course of the next 7 days, and there's quite a bit of dry air out there, so that should kind of help to keep things a bit calm for a while. But as we're going to be heading to the latter part of the month, let's look at the Euro ensemble chart here. This graphic goes all the way out to Sunday night on the 25th of August. We can see a couple members in the vicinity of the Caribbean picking up on something, and also out in the Atlantic. So there are some hints that, hey, we're going to see something else forming around that time as we head into the latter part of August, and of course the most active month in the hurricane season, which is September. So we've got those hints out there, but as of right now, none of the current tropical waves is marked for development. As it pertains to the rainfall forecast for the Caribbean region through today, here we're looking at the Euro model, the forecast for it. And we can see here that it's a little bit colorful in parts of South Florida. So there could be rainfall amounts just up to or just under an inch in total through today. And for the Bahamas, especially the northern Bahamas, there could be some downpours as well. Things should be on the sunny side for Turks and Caicos and the southernmost Bahamian Islands. And then for the Greater Antilles, parts of Cuba, Jamaica, Hispaniola, which comprises Haiti and the Dominican Republic, there could be some scattered showers and thunderstorms around, especially as we head into this afternoon. But for Puerto Rico, much is not really expected, neither the Virgin Islands nor the Cayman Islands Heading to the Lesser Antilles, now we can see a bit more color starting to pop up, those shadings of yellows and even a few spots of oranges. So especially on the east side of the islands, as that tropical wave approaches, there's likely to be that increase in rainfall activity for much of the Lesser Antilles. May not be anything too crazy, and it may not be very widespread, but there could definitely be that increase in rainfall. So much of the Leeward Islands go into the Windward Islands, all the way down through Grenada, including Barbados. There could be that increase in shower activity, but things should be on the drier side for the ABC Islands and the Guyanas as well. But then headed to parts of Venezuela, Colombia, and Central America, there's likely to be some more scattered showers and thunderstorms as we head into this afternoon. So that is it in terms of the rainfall forecast for today, guys. So again, with that approaching tropical wave right now for the Caribbean, there's going to be that increase in rainfall activity. And so that is basically what I wanted to share with you guys in this update video, the latest on Ernesto, as well as what is going on with those tropical waves out there. And I'm going to be keeping you guys posted as necessary. So that's it for now. And I hope that you found this update to be informative. But if you do have questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll get to you when I have the chance to do so. And remember to always be weatherwise.